Well, I finally got the appointment with the doctor today. Hopefully he can help with this. Yeah, come on in. How you doing, Bars? Have a seat. Really appreciate you seeing me today, doctor. Hey, that's no problem. That's what we're here for. I was just sitting here looking over some of your paperwork and what's been going on. So go ahead, lay down, get comfortable, and see if we can work this out. All right, so it says here you're suffering from an imaginary evil alter ego. Is that right? What exactly makes him evil anyway? Geez, I don't even know where to start. Yes, he's evil. He's breaking all my cars. He's been throwing things into trash. He's been intruding on all of my YouTube stuff and intros and just making my life miserable. And the worst part is half of my people on YouTube all want to see Chad instead of me anymore. I don't know what to do. All right, first things first. Have you ever looked up the definition of an imaginary alter ego? That means you're creating them, you're causing these problems, you're breaking your cars, you're throwing stuff in the trash, and you're making your own life miserable. So there's one real easy way to fix this problem. You do know what that is, right? Well, no, I never did look up the definition, but if I knew how to fix it, I would be here talking to you right now. So what is it, doctor? Well, you'll be very happy to know it's very, very easy to stop this and fix your problem. And all it takes is well, would you look at that? We're out of time. I told you should have bought more than 15 minutes instead of buying more RC cars and parts. So if you save up some more money, maybe we could chat about this again. But for now, have a good day and have fun with Chad. What's going on, guys? Hope you're having a great day. Guys, we are out here with the X-Maxx. That's right, the X-Maxx. This thing has been a thorn in my side recently. It has just been one problem after another. So I finally got irritated enough. After the last video you guys seen with this thing, down at the park with, I think the Typhon, or no, it was a Techno. Anyway, the electronics started doing something weird. So I started narrowing things down, process elimination, and I finally came down to one or two things. Is either the motor or the ESC. I'm leaning towards the motor. It's that, it's the Coke can 1100 kV motor. And usually you got those, that feel to the motor where it's got those heavy steps. Well, it lost all of that. It spins very weird, very free. It doesn't feel like what I remember. So as you guys can see, I've made a big change to the X-Maxx at the moment. I have put all the stock electronics back in here. Stock ESC, stock motor. I have put the 2050 gearing on it. Still running the M2C Racing wide kit on here and the M2C Racing brace on the bottom. But I decided to go back to the stock electronics for now because, guys, I used to, I was having a lot of fun with this thing for a while and started having weird minor breakages. And then I started putting the bigger motor and ESC in it, and somewhere when I put that bigger motor and ESC in there, I fell out of love with this thing. It started really ticking me off. I didn't like the power. I didn't like the control of it. It just, I don't know what it is. Something wasn't right. So anyway, I'm not going to babble on here forever. We got it stock electronics back in here, geared up a little bit. We're going to run this thing on a set of the HRB 9500 milliamp 100C dual 4S LiPo. So we're going to run this thing on 8S. Came down to a local park here. We're going to rip this thing around. Kind of a little break-in test here to see how it runs, see if there's anything else I need to do to it, and see how I like it again. A few little jumps and minor things around here, but we're going to give it a little bash and have a little fun with the X-Maxx today, guys. So stay tuned, everybody. All right, guys. Well, see how the old X-Maxx runs here. Definitely got plenty of battery. Hopefully, I enjoy the handling this one again because, it was just... The air control on this thing was terrible, and obviously this is a huge power change. But, guys, honestly, on this platform, on everything else, the Great 8S, the Outcast, I love those giant systems, but at least with everything I tried on this thing, I was not liking it. I don't know what it was. So far, start giving a few little jumps, ripping around here. There's a decent jump coming out of the grass down there right across the road. We might give her a few launches across that thing. But car, I left my antenna inside the receiver box for now, and the range is definitely limited. But it was kind of weird. I brought it up here when I said car, and I completely lost control of it. But Like I said, this is kind of a shakedown run today, guys. Got a lot of traffic. You guys hear that in the background. There's the football fields back in that section, so they're playing football, or I was going to go back there today. There's a few bigger jumps. It's not doing the same. Ooh! This jump kicks a little bit hard. It's weird. I keep occasionally like losing signal with it. Maybe that receiver wire is buried too far down in there. I just left it in there because I didn't feel like routing everything, because like I said, this was kind of a little shakedown run. Well, I'm not going to go too far just yet until I see how this thing is going to act. It's always the fun stuff that the X-Maxx is good for. But yeah, it's like when I've been close to it here, it seems to be working just fine, but occasionally it's like it loses connection. Nice. Well, she's, I mean, taking a few bangs here and there, and she's still running just fine now. It does those with such grace. Ooh. Those kind of landings right there are what's hard on the differentials. All right, let's go over here and give her a few jumps and see how this jump works out. Well, the jump doesn't look as impressive as it looked when I drove past it, but we're gonna give her a couple jumps anyway and see what it does on it. We can catch a little bit of air at least. Nice, right into the jagger bush. Boy, I'm getting a lot of ballooning in these front wheels on this thing. Weird, I didn't notice this whenever I had the other power system in here. Oh, stop, into the weeds. Car. All right, well, we're just gonna launch her until she goes into the woods completely. Well, as long as it lands on its wheels, I don't mind it, because then I don't have to go get it. Yeah, this isn't going to be the motocross track, I think, today, guys. You know, one thing I have come to find out with my new job, that I'm off on the weekends, and that's great. The only problem I'm finding is that during the weekends, everybody else is off too. And there's things like football games going on, and there's races down at the motocross track, and there's BMX races down at the BMX track. So having to be a little bit more creative at the moment during the weekends to go out and bash, because I can't use a lot of the same spots I have in the past, because they're actually being used for what they're intended. I know, weird, right? Everything is not ours, apparently. Not the ideal landing spot, but it works. Well, guys, so far the XMAXX seems to be running pretty decent. And she'll stand up for wheelies for pretty much as long as you want. It definitely doesn't get up on a wheelie as easy as it did with the Max 5 in there, but it's still plenty of power. Aw, and then I roll it. Well, other than losing the range on the transmitter being really short right now, and I got to fix that, and I know what that is, so that's easy enough to fix. But guys, so far the XMAXX is running good. I'm having fun with it out here, just doing this. You know, this is what was fun about the XMAXX, was just ripping it around and just launching it. You know, not always the biggest, because it's a big truck, and it's not so agile, but it's kind of the fun of it. Still catches some pretty good distance. I mean, it's jumping about 2.5 lanes of, you know, what you consider 2.5 lanes of traffic. It's fun anyway. I hope you guys don't mind the video today, or enjoying it somewhat. But like I said, had to bring this thing back out. But I had see, guys, when was the last time you guys heard me laughing with the XMAXX? It's been a while. Usually it's been cussing and yelling and wanting to run the thing over, but I'm having some fun with it again. Well, I had to halt the jumping for a moment. There was entirely too much traffic out there. But I gotta tell you, it's bringing a smile to my face today, guys. Just doing stupid stuff like this is what the XMAXX is fun for. And it can definitely jump. But it's a good time. All right, Yeah, because after installing all the new gears and stuff, guys, I wanted to bring this thing out and make sure that everything was going to stay together. You know, because it's been a while since I've had to stock stuff in here, obviously. Boy, I thought this thing was going to roll coming into there that fast. It stuck to the ground and had one heck of a lean going on. Guys, I miss this fun with the X-Maxx. You know, lots of guys have had a lot of fun, a lot of great luck with, you know, the larger systems in here. At least for me in this truck and what I like doing with this truck, I'm not positive yet if that's really my best system for this truck. I'm enjoying this thing honestly more in this platform right now with the stock motor. I might make some few changes or maybe put a different motor in there someday, but I don't think I'm going to go as extreme as the Max 5 again. It's just, I don't like the power displacement, at least with the gearing. I know it takes a lot of work, and I've talked with Speed Psycho about these a couple times, and it definitely takes a lot of tuning to get these things just right. But inevitably, apparently I didn't have it, or I just don't like it the way it was. Anyway, sorry for all the talking in this video, guys, but kind of explaining why I did what I did. And just out here having some fun with it. But ooh, man, she's kicking some rocks. Holy cow. Yeah, I definitely had to get the receiver antenna back outside. Oh man, caught the road on that one. Trying to drift just through the rocks. And she started hooking up in the road, but we can get this thing to drift this time. Oh man, ow! I just tagged myself in the right in the ankle with a stone. But guys, the important thing is she's still running, and haven't torn anything apart, and it's the air control on it. Obviously it's less airtime with slower systems, but I'm okay with that making the trade-off as long as this thing brings a laugh to me and brings a smile to my face at the end of the day. All right, well, we're gonna hit this jump a few more times and we're gonna call it a day. So, not gonna bore everybody with too long of a video, kind of just a little shakedown around here, but had some fun nonetheless. Oh, man, that thing completely disappeared. Come on, get out of there. This thing's just a beast. Tears itself out of the jagger bushes. Well, eventually I'll just have that whole area up there smashed down and I'll have a great landing spot. All right, last jump of the day. Well, this was fun. We'll go do a couple backflips out of here and then we'll finish this day out. As we're going in here, I'm gonna have my kind of final last little speech about this car and the power system. You know, this truck is a lot of fun. I think trying to make it go too much faster than its stock form, it starts running into problems. And that's where you start having the issues. In its stock form and even a little bit higher gearing, the truck is fun. It stays together pretty well. So I think that's the area it belongs. Big backflip, so beautiful, guys. But yeah, we'll continue to take this thing. I'm gonna take this thing down. I wanted to take it down to the motocross track today, but like I said, it was unfortunate that I couldn't because of they're holding races down there. So I definitely will take it down there and give it some launches and see how, you know, I like this thing again in this form, because there's been a lot of changes made since the last time, you know, I'd really launched this thing down there in its stock form. But now with the wide kit and other stuff, you know, it should be different. But I think that's gonna do it, guys. Give her one more. The air control's perfect. This is what I miss right there. It's being able to use the brakes and know when it's gonna stop. But I hope you all enjoyed the video. But that's going to do it, guys. So until next time, y'all be safe, be careful out there. Peace out, everybody.